G'day, cunts. This is definitely not the second time we're recording this because I fucked up. Hello, welcome. We're doing a little OCE potty. We recorded about 5 minutes and then I killed it. Whoopsie doodle. My bad. I'm gonna go and kill myself while these guys introduce themselves.
Hey, yes, I'm Grashnak. I'm the team captain for this year, mostly because I'm the one guy that was, left standing and actually tried to organise anything. So that's great fun.
Let's go. Thank you, Greg.
I am Speezel. I am a player for Team Oz 2024, and technically admin, but not really doing much apart from playing.
Yep, I'm Chicken. I'm the quote-unquote vice captain. I just help Grashnak organize and set up times and stuff like that.
Try and herd the cats.
Mhm.
That is a pile of Beat Saber players.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
do you? So when you organize that stuff, what are you actually organizing?
Mostly shouting at people to play the maps and tell me when they're available, so we can try and organise the match.
Yeah.
And as
Yep.
you may have noticed by our last match, that doesn't always work out successfully.
Oh yeah, actual rip. As far as I understand, because we definitely didn't just talk about it before and it was deleted. Only 4 players out of 8, but it was a late match.
Yeah.
Just gotta hope
Yeah, so
everyone.
it was, what, 11:30 for most people?
Yeah, around about.
I think it was around about that, because we're playing
Mhm.
Canada. And yeah, so we've got people in Australia. We're playing against Canada. One of our best players is in France, so it kind of makes scheduling that match a nightmare.
Just yeah, just
A
cop
couple
it.
of people at least said that they weren't going to be there, but yeah, like Spur, who is probably the best player on the team, was just MIA.
It
Damn.
was unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Could have made things a lot closer.
That's alright though. I feel like with the round 2 match against the high seed, you just sort of got to write it off as a 6th seed, which is what we got.
Yeah, I mean, we were playing Canada, and I mean, realistically, if we had the entire team there, we might have taken another map off them, maybe. But like realistically, we were never going to win that one. So that being the week that we were missing half the team is, yeah, not as big a deal.
Yeah,
I think you go into a high seed match like that, and you kind of just go with the mindset like, maybe we could take a map, maybe if we're lucky, maybe even 2 maps. And I think the fact that we managed to take 1 map with only half the team there is pretty good.
And we
really
came
happy with
very,
the
very close on another map as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
that replay on Tremendous was
that replay.
insanely
Oh my
close.
god! I was watching. I was with my friends. We were watching YouTube, and I was like watching my phone. I just get up and like go and walk in the corner. I was like, "Oh fuck! No way! Let's go! Let's go!" And it's basically you fucked it. No. I'm kidding. Just a bit of light fun. It was hard work from everyone. I think everyone was fucking sick that game. So,
Yeah.
really fun to see. And like, looks like people are doing really well. No pause, which I thought that with the scores nowadays, because I don't really keep up with Score Saber as much, but I just see how high the numbers are. It's like people must be pausing like crazy. So World Cup is like, guys, you cannot pause. All the players.
I pause so much when I play ranked, but I guess it's not like that bad if I have to like no pause. But I don't know. I gotta stop pausing. Like it's actually a problem.
Yeah.
I do it just out of habit at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've got plenty of maps on my front page on Score Saber where I don't even know that I could pass the map if I couldn't pause.
I have 19 pauses on a map on
Jeez.
Beat Leader if I sort it by pauses.
Is there anyone on the team who is clearly struggling because of the lack of pausing, like during the games?
Not really.
Not to throw
Not
anyone
that I
under the
can
bus.
see.
Like you're like,
Yeah,
oh wait.
I'm surprisingly it's not been that much of an issue. I mean, probably the biggest spot you can see that I'm saying would probably be with Strider, where he's got a lot of PP off speed maps, but he just doesn't have the consistency to no pause a speed map. That's probably the only real spot where it is, because obviously we've got people that can no pause these things, so we don't have to put people that struggle. in there for the most part.
I was struggling on Kauai Speed Core towards the end there with those sliders. They were just cooking me.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
That map
Tough
is a
one.
killer.
Tough one.
Yeah.
I did
Like
QRT up
that's
like
partly why we won that one. Is one of their players just didn't have the stamina for the sliders at the end and got like 30
20,
misses.
right?
So sick.
Yeah.
Just blasted. Now I did want to ask something, which we may have talked about before. Just a heads up. So you guys played Canada in the second round, and that was a result of being the 6th seed, which did not appear to be the case on the day of qualifiers closing. Oh no! Danger! Danger!
It's an Australian World Cup tradition. Is that 24 hours from qualifiers closing, we've 4 scores short of being qualified, and I can tell you as the team captain, it's not at all stressful. I love us doing that all the time.
I reckon that's what killed Danny Poke. Shout out to the previous captain every year, legend. A lot of work done by Danny Poke, so we do not forget and we honor the people who contributed. So yeah, I think that's what killed him. He's just finished because of the bloody qualifiers, just nuking.
I will say, as a playing in every other World Cup, it's always I'm one of those people that just loves to play it as play everything as soon as it comes out, like the map pools and the qualifiers and stuff like that. And so by the time the qualifiers are almost over, I've already got all my scores in, and all I can do is watch and just pray that the rest of the team actually plays the maps.
No.
I'm just sitting there is this person gonna play the map? It's just like what's happening here?
Yeah. Alright, how about this? Let's name and shame. Who's the biggest guilty party? I'd expect it to be Purple or something, who really left it to the last minute.
I mean, I think at this year, just from looking at the spreadsheet, we have a spreadsheet that we get players to put all their scores into, so we can see who's good on what. And I check it every once in a while, and it's always just empty. There's maybe a couple scores in there. I feel just no one puts scores into the sheet.
We've got 3 people that are really good at putting the scores in there, and then the rest of people just don't.
Yeah.
Which it makes my life really fun. And you're just okay, who's playing on this team? And it's it's I don't know who the 4th best player is on this team because no one's told me what they can do on it.
I think
I was sight reading that Canadian match.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest.
I can remember my time as a player on the team, 2021, 20, because I was always maybe the 7th or 8th best player on the team. It's I'm struggling for a roster spot. I'm the backup's backup. That's my job. And then I would religiously fill in the spreadsheet only on the maps I could play, and it'd be I'm making sure I'm grinding this, getting my fucking score, and being in the top 4 because I just want to play one match. And so it's I think from that perspective, from the lower down players, it's usually I just want to get in, but then the top players are basically you're good at the axe stuff, so it's you're getting in there. You don't need to put your score in. So
I mean, the problem sort of ends up being that you sort of look at some of these maps and you're okay, well, it's a map that Spur can play, so obviously he's going to be in there, and Juju is top 4 on every map, so he's going to be in there. And then you're sort of look at the map and it's well, we've then got 4 people that could potentially be filling the last 2 slots, and none of them have put down a score. So you're all right.
Let's I'll get us along because we're losing a little bit of time. So who are the standouts in the first 2 rounds that obviously Spur is being Spur, the top ranked on the team. So it's goes without saying. Who are some other standout stars?
I wanna point out Rotec on Happy Ultra Mega Mix. That second the replay for it, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
The MVP and everything.
Yeah, he got MVP for that.
Let's go.
For that one. FC'd the 400 BPM speed map. That was a fantastic effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Rotec's really been sort of I think he's been on most of the maps, pretty much all the maps.
He's a really solid pick.
Seems like a bit of a rat. He can just sort of play everything.
Yeah. because you've basically got him and like Juju's been on. I think Juju's been on literally every map so far.
Yeah.
Which is sort of, I think the previous years he's been on almost all the maps as well.
So,
And then having a few of the other sort of all-rounder players drop out means that Juju's pretty much just generally like second or third best player for pretty much every map really.
So if you guys were fielding like your ideal speed squad, it'd be Juju, Spur, and then Blobby from France, and then who else?
So depending upon the speed of the map, so for really high speed stuff, our speed team's been Blobby, Juju, Rotek, and Speisel. Just because Spur plays on CV1, he can't really hit the high stuff. I think he can do sort of like something that's like 300 he can probably do. But once it starts getting much above that, he's like not really much of a speed player. So like something like Tremendous, which has got a little bit that's at 320, but it's mostly sort of 250, 260. I think that's sort of the top end map that Spur can like play well.
And then
he would have done really well.
The tech squad. Who would be the tech squad?
Blobby.
Yeah, so like Blobby's basically like he's generally a challenge player, so he's sort of playing all of the tech, speed, type of stuff. Like he's one of these people that he'll get a 97 on an AC map, but he'll also get a 97 on a 400 BPM speed map.
Giga Chad, literally so awesome. My ideal, like my favorite player on the team. I'm just like, yes, that's so sick. It's so awesome, man. Because that was always my goal when I was a player. Is like, don't worry about the speed maps. Just do well on the harder maps, and then it's fine.
Yeah,
you get dividends.
Yeah, so tech is depending upon how fast it is, Spur's incredibly good at like the lower speed tech.
Okay, so
and then
Spur,
it's generally been like Blobby, Juju, Rotek's very good at it as well. Purple's also on some of the harder tech stuff.
Yeah, you sort of got those like hired guns on the bench, and then so the bench guys who maybe have a specialty role. Like, is there one cunt on the bench that's just cracked like Purple at those crazy tech maps? Like, what's Purple?
Anchor on AC.
So Anchor and Strider are both sort of very good at sort of AC and like linear speed type of stuff. Although Strider not so much on the speed sort of thing, but those sort of like linear maps they're both very good at. Anchor especially on like is a pretty good AC player. And then
linear.
Yeah, and then Purple's just the kind of player that doesn't have great AC, but he can just hit everything. Sort of like kind of like Blobby. Blobby does have much better AC.
Yeah, I looked at some Purple scores on maps I've played, and I'm just like, oh god, fuck, that's scary. I don't want to.
Yeah, Purple's in there because we've got these extreme maps that they're putting in there, which is stuff like Rocket and whatever.
Yeah.
And Purple can actually play this stuff, unlike an awful lot of people.
It's like there's the kind of maps that Purple just plays for fun.
Yeah.
And so he's like the perfect pick for all of them.
He gets excited while everyone's dreading them.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, like they just put out like a brand new cheat reel map, and everyone's just sort of being like, "Oh god, this is awful! What the hell?" And Purple's just here being like, "Oh, this map is sick. I love it."
Wasn't Seska's one out last year and in the pools, and now there's another one, and I haven't even looked at it. I was just like, "Oh god, bits! Oh god!"
It's mapped by Bits and Henna, which is already a pretty scary combination. I played it earlier, and there's one pattern there where it looked okay looking at the map preview, and then when I played it, I realized that it's actually like a palm out pattern, not a palm in pattern, and it's awful and unhittable. So,
oh god,
good luck to everyone.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'll move us along a little bit. Next matchup, who is Team Australia playing?
So we are playing Israel for our next matchup.
So Hikari,
Shani.
Shani, the OCE matchup.
Yep.
No way.
And then so you got Israel, and then there's the second game on the Sunday. So it's a projected. Do you guys know who you're projected to play?
Probably playing Finland. So we're playing. If we beat Israel, we play the
Mhm.
winner of Finland versus Japan.
Cool. Dude, Grash, you're not allowed to beat Finland, like you specifically, because Finland is all boomers. Actually, maybe not nowadays. They've got that one young guy, but I remember their older teams were just all like above 25-year-olds. It was like, what the fuck? These guys are proper boomers. And I was just like, these guys are so sick. I love talking to Finland. Like, I made their roster video one year because they were just like, I love you guys. Yeah, Finland League.
I think they've got they do have some younger players in there now, but yeah, they do still have like a few older players on there.
That'll be fun. That'll be close. Like Finland and Norway have got the young crowd now that's just coming in, I guess, and so it's like, well, they're just like a formidable team now. Because I like to think of the most exciting parts of World Cup as determining, 16 to 3, and then after 3, it's sort of like, all right, Denmark, UK, US, in any order. Whatever.
Yeah. So yes, I mean, just looking at the seeds from qualifiers, we were 6th seed, Israel's the 9th seed, and then Finland's the 7th seed. So they're very, very close to us in qualifiers. So that's going to be
scary weekend.
That's going to be an actual, like a real match that we're definitely going to have to do a bit of prep work for.
I will be putting aside some time to watch. When is the first match?
First match is going to be Saturday evening.
For Aussies?
Yeah. So it'll be our Saturday evening, most likely. Still confirming that.
Awesome. Any other notes about World Cup, like map pools or any complaints?
They're getting harder.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, apparently. So the week 1 pool was apparently a bit easier than they intended, and yeah, the week 2 and 3 pools have definitely been a bit harder. Speaking as someone who can't play several of the maps in there.
Oh god. I mean, it's getting real, guys. You're gearing up, still on the winner's side, and then you're on the loser's side now. So it's like you can't drop a set, you can't drop a match. So it's sort of like everyone's got to show up, and it's now or never. Good luck.
Yeah, it's definitely we're getting into the matches where it sort of actually starts to matter.
Who was the?
Because obviously, like first round, we're pretty heavily favoured against Poland, and then Canada was very heavily favoured against us, and now we're getting into the close ones.
I think about players like Rotek and I think Juju and Spur played. Well, they played last year, didn't they?
Yeah, Juju's played like 3 or 4 years now.
Like, they've played so much that Juju just doesn't ever say anything. So I'm like, this guy's just cracked and so good and doesn't say anything. So like the newer players who haven't really been on that World Cup schedule where you got to leave a chunk of time on the weekend free, check in during the week, keep up in form, drink lots of water. It's like can't pause. So really different to just grinding ranked, and also just being there for your team. So it's like if you miss, you don't tilt. You got to stay focused, and you got to just keep going. And it's like yeah, come on guys, like we're all working together. You're doing it for your country, for your team.
Yeah, we do have a pretty new team this year. We've only got 3 players returning from last year.
Yeah, so it's there's fun things to take from that. And I hope they're all having a blast because it's thrilling. One more question.
Scary.
One more question for the World Cup squad. What is the warm-up map meta like?
Shitposts.
It's just all the matches.
Possible.
The matches are never at a time where I can ever actually watch them live. They're all from between like 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. So I've not seen many of them, but I know that we've picked 2 shitposts, and all the other ones that I've seen have been on par with that.
Well, you see,
there's shitposts are like JP Tech.
Yeah, there's like a big range of shitposts. Is it like super hard stuff where the screen is full of notes, or is it like playable shitpost?
It's been a pretty even mix. I saw Team USA did like a map where they had this like where one of the patterns was this like full like 4x3 note thing that's using chroma to make it like 4 different colors and stuff. So you've got no idea how to hit it.
Well, I've got a request, not for any specific map, just that if there's any mappers on the other team's squad, or like maybe from the country if you know of like a really big Israel map or a really big Finland map, which I don't know if you guys keep up with countries, but it's always funny when you see someone on the other team and you're like, I know they made this shit post map, and then we pick it as I want, and then the other team picks your country's map because Aussies have so many shit posts. Going back.
Well, I've got good news on that front, because we're playing Finland, and everyone's favorite shitpost map, Pele Political, is Finnish.
Although I think they have picked Pele Political. That's Norwegian. Yes, yeah, it's Norwegian.
Same thing, isn't it? I don't know these countries.
Hey man, you gotta know. It's good to keep up. No, so I know they've had that picked against them every year. I think, or like it's so much. I think we could find something better because, but Pele Political is a beautiful map. So, just go for it. Even just pick it against Finland and be like, you guys are basically Norway, and then that'll be a shit post like, so deep they won't even get it. Any other notes on OC? Sorry, World Cup. Sorry, was Team Australia World Cup because New Zealand. Well, sorry.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate that New Zealand don't have a team.
Haste is so cracked. Like
Haste is such a good player, and it's so unfortunate that he can't play in it.
Yeah,
we need a way to get him on our team.
Actually, we really do.
Come on, man, just fly over for like 2 weeks and then be like, yeah, I live here, and they'll sort it out. Or maybe like if Team USA and UK are just too good, what I've seen in other, because I watch other esports, is they just merge regions. They'll just be like, oh yeah, here we go, you guys are a whole region, so we can merge OCE and get Haste. I think that would be a better way to move forward. And then you can merge Scandinavia maybe and have Scandinavia be really fucking good.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. As soon as you start trying to say, "Oh, we'll merge Australia and New Zealand," then you get a Scandinavian super team or something coming along and just dunking on everyone.
It's fine.
Then we'll merge NA, and then you put
USA,
like 5C.
But then USA don't win every year, and then it's like there's actually a challenge, or it could be the Americas, and it could be Canada, USA. Mexico or something. They'd still win,
yeah. Let's just add Busy into the US team. That's definitely not going to be anything.
Canada can stay
number
second.
2, number 3.
Well, we could do it based on like Score Saber players on each country leaderboard and be like, do some formula like based on this. If we add all the Scandinavian countries, the total players on active on the leaderboard is like matches the US. There we go. That's fine. Then even Australia, we could do the ASEAN region, like Australia on an ASEAN region, like maybe even get New Guinea or something. There's like one guy there probably super cracked at tech or something.
I think the one time I looked at it, the US is like 40% of the active players, so the only way you're getting anyone to compete is to do like a combined European team.
Combined European,
which would, I mean, it would be interesting to see a like US versus the rest of the world kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I've always wanted to see that, or even just like a US tournament. Like they did the state tournament, but Oregon is just not fair because they got Sarah Estrella, and then Wolfia, who I don't know if he still plays.
I don't think he hasn't played for a while.
But it was like, they just win. So, well, that's not fun.
I mean, Texas has got a few players too.
Texas is big.
Texas has got like Pandita and Tornado and a few others.
Oh, I see. Anyway, how about we move on from current World Cup and we think about World Cup of the future? Who are the future Aussie stars on the leaderboard coming up? Is that something we can even talk about, or is the game dead? I don't know.
I think we've managed to get all the future stars in this team. Like all of the people that are sort of zooming up the ranks that we were sort of looking at 6 months ago are like Brotex, Speasel, Anchor that are actually on the team this year.
So if I look at the OCE leaderboard, what am I going to see?
A lot of red.
I think New Zealand has a chance at making a team soon. If Autumn keeps getting better, and same with Fluffy, They could really make a team, even if it's just 4, right? You can make that,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia had a team. Like this is
Yeah,
4 guys.
they could definitely qualify.
Oh, qualify. No,
potentially.
That's hard.
The problem's going to be that without having Shani on the team, because Shani's probably going to stick with the Israeli team.
Yeah.
What if they sell
That
it?
sort of means that you're still.
What if
you're
he
still
like
struggling.
goes back? I feel like that'd be interesting.
They say, yo, we've got an actual team this year. Come on, give us a go. That'd be
Yeah, I feel
fun.
like they could qualify fairly easily.
So when I look at the OCE leaderboard, I see a lot of red. And who's this XDERK with the funny profile? They got
Actually not sure who that guy
good
is.
scores.
Yeah,
I've never seen
Is
him
he in the
before.
server?
Oh my god, his front page is all within a day.
Yeah, it's like I saw him the other day, and I was like, because I just was curious, and I thought, is this guy
477.
in the server? And he's Aussie, so we gotta find him. 146 hours. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta reach out.
That's not real. You can't wait.
I don't know if it's an alt because he has other games.
Oh, he's probably played on like Quest Native.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
moved
that'll
over to
be
PC would be my
moment.
feel. Because there's no way you're that good for 146 hours. That's just not reasonable.
Yeah. So we'll have to follow that up. But
I'm gonna check if there's a beat leader.
Like that's a potential, guy on the team next year. We have to get him in here. Anyone else?
I mean, there's a few other players that were people that I was sort of thinking potentially could end up on the on a future team. Like you've got I don't know how you pronounce it, CNSYT. How are you supposed to pronounce their name?
Impossible.
Like he's sort of
he's been getting better.
Yeah, he's sort of more of a like player along the lines of Purple. Where he just plays like really high star stuff and manages to combo it.
So, on that note, I just have another thing. This is related to the current topic. Who just didn't make the team, and we know, we feel bad for it. So, I don't know. Was there anyone that was like really tossing between adding them to the roster?
So probably the two people that were closest to being on the team, like in terms of just missing out in qualifiers, you've got Sensith, who was on the team last year.
Yeah.
And there's Lumi as well.
Who is Lumi? I don't think I've ever seen that name.
Tukai.
Used to be called
Tukai.
Oh.
That's what they used to be called.
Oh no! All right, we redacted.
Yeah, so they're sort of very similar to Purple in terms of their play style and what they're good at. And I mean, obviously, Purple's been on the team several years before. We know that they're we know that they can play in World Cup. So yeah, they were sort of very much sort of, not quite. Someone's got to miss out. So.
Yeah, of course. It's like even when we're missing, our top guys. Silent Bang. Is Epic Moo on the team? I don't think they are.
No.
So Epic Moo gone, and then Creeper is growing up, living life. It's sort of like, okay, we're working with what we got, and what we got is exciting because everyone's getting a go, and it's like, we're just gonna do our best. Our team has a ceiling, and we're gonna work to hit that. So we got to beat Israel, Finland, and then who's like the 5th seed?
Seed 5 is Germany.
Ooh, so are they beatable for us, or are they scary? Because they got Nailix. Nailix is like.
I'm not 100% sure. Let's have a quick look.
Okay, well, we'll get to the scouting report next week, before the game starts. So it'll be like, because normally, the deeper you get in bracket, you fight teams are really close to your seed, and getting a win above your seed, that's the goal. Beat someone seated above us. But first you got to get through the people seated below you, which does not always happen.
So just looking at qual scores, Germany looks beatable, but it's
it'll be tough.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Like because you got someone like Canada. Canada beat us on every map in qualifiers. Germany beat us on about half the maps, and we beat them on the other half the maps. So it's definitely a thing that could go either way.
All right. I guess we'll move along from World Cup and just focus on other Aussie stuff if you guys want. Because with time check, we have about 20 minutes left. 25 minutes left. So Aussies, what the hell's going on? Is there ranked maps popping up from Aussies? Because I don't think I see any, and I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, what do you say that? I actually noticed the other day, Daft Maple. I'm not sure if you know who they
Yeah,
are.
Daft Maple.
Yeah.
I keep seeing ranked maps from them, and I was like, wow, I had no idea this guy was making maps.
Yeah, I played
He's,
his
like, collabing.
Chromebox. I thought it
They're
was really
collabing with
fun.
other mappers as well.
Yeah, he's had a couple of he's been having maps in almost every one of the rank batches recently, I think. And Purple's had a few as well.
Yeah, Purple's doing their thing. Also, like ranking teams, so Purple's like having an impact with queuing and modding and stuff. So that's
You
good to know.
say ranking team. I'm skeptical about how active Purple actually is.
I see. Oh, I know
I think
Purple's
he's
queue.
ranking team in the way that you're QAT.
Hey, I upvote maps all the time. All right. I don't do much else, but I'm like a sick map cunt, and I upload it. That's awesome. And yeah, I'll work with mappers, and like I told Spaceless, if my QAT queue is always open for Aussies, so it's like any Aussie wants to get a mod of like a map that's not too hard. I got you. I'll upload it. We're all working together.
We're still waiting on a Black Void to send back the public mod first.
Plenty of.
Once that's done,
plenty of
we
stuff.
can send that to you. Or wait, is it to you first? I don't remember.
Yeah, one mod at a time, and then you can work your way through the process. I mean, I'm trying to think of the mappers, like the Aussie mappers that have maps. So we got Marv, Real Zeros, Purple, Epic Moo. Epic Moo's got that crazy map, the Seventh Heaven, Seventh Tree.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's oof.
Oh,
that's a map.
That's a fun map. But holy shit, my balls, man, they've been blasted. Oh no.
Don't forget the very chicken ranked map.
Yeah, I did not forget. I was getting to that.
Wait, what's your ranked map? What is it?
Sleeping with Roses.
Sleeping with Roses, man.
Sleeping with
Roses.
Roses.
Yeah, Sleeping with Roses.
Yeah,
It's like the 20 note one.
Yeah, it's like the Truac collab
yeah,
map.
it's just Truac map where chicken.
I told Bean to move one note, and I got my name on the map. So
hell yeah, brother.
there we go.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah.
Team effort. I sent it to Muffin. He's just like, "What the hell have you sent me? Why is it 20 notes? I'm not fucking bothered to mod this." And I was like, "Oh, come on, me and my boy Chicken, we did it." And he's just like, "Oh, okay, fuck you." Very fun.
I recently got a beat leader ranked map.
Yeah.
If you guys care about beat leader that much, but
I don't keep up. I'm bad.
Locals by underscores. It's got a solid 5.5 stars.
Huge.
What is that in Score Saber stars?
Probably like 5.4.
Yeah.
5.4.
Oh, cheeky little funk map.
Yeah.
Got some notes. Got to hit them. If you give that map to someone who's got 10 hours, they'll die.
Yeah.
The song is so calm, but my arms are falling off. You're swinging like a monkey. God. I remember seeing someone at PAX with we were at the Beat Saber setup, and someone was like just full rotation, like straight arm circles, and we were like, oh my god. They do not know what they're doing.
Yes, yeah. Speaking as someone who was once a new player, it do be like that sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Any other Aussie stuff to talk about, or is it just sort of like there's not that many people coming up, but there still is. There's always someone like that guy.
Yeah, there'll be people showing up.
Yeah, people showing up
here and there.
Yeah, there's a few players coming up. There's a few New Zealand players that have sort of been getting pretty good recently.
I had something else to talk about as well. Maybe we can finish off the episode with this topic and then wrap it up. So like 15-ish minutes. Tournament. OCE. Are we doing one this year?
We could.
Because the World Cup will end in, you know, if we make it, you know, 2 more weeks max, then everyone gets a break. Is that sort of the projected? Oh no, wait, no, because if we win the highest seed match, we go 3 weeks. So about 3 weeks more.
So we've got this weekend, and then there's like a couple of weeks break before the next round. So if we win both our matches this weekend, then the next match is like start of
August.
August. As in, like, there's 3 weeks till the next.
Oh, it'll
next
be like
match.
middle of August.
Yeah, it's the 10th and 11th of August.
Yeah,
is the next lot of matches.
Okay, so that's a lot. So we'll say playing until about mid-September in terms of, you know, people are going to be worn out after all the World Cup work. But we could organize a cheeky OCE tournament maybe for like
December,
the holidays in December for Christmas. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or maybe like in that week after Christmas, but people might be away, so it's sort of like a bit tough.
Maybe like the start of December.
Start of December, yeah.
Exams are all done for everyone. It'd be clear.
Could sort of aim for something like that. And then I like to think so that the previous tournaments have been, I don't want to say my baby, but I put my heart and sweat and soul into them. And I can't do that anymore. So we've got the tournament team. And I'll sort of say if everyone contributes, or maybe someone can just take charge and just run the map pools, and then I'll just sort of be there to help. Because I want it to be, every tournament I want it to be like a big event where we get people, you know, coming back from the dead to play. Because, I don't know if you guys scroll up in announcements, but I think $200 for winning. Like, hey, if you're a young player,
big.
I will pay you $200, right? Come on. But we need to make it not death, because last time the pools were way too hard and we had some victims. I'm sorry, Ultra V. I'm so sorry. And Creeper, dude. Yeah, I think Creeper actually just died and he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
I think my first match in that one was against Creeper. I just got knocked out instantly back when I was like 25 in Oz.
So someone like you, Spacer, you deserve your chance getting top 8 winners against Very Very Chicken, the Giga Chad veteran who never misses top 8. So like, shout out Chicken, you're a gun.
Try my best.
Yeah.
Give him a run for his money.
I'll let you guys add to it. I've said enough. What are your thoughts?
I've got a cheeky little idea for the tournament. Actually, I don't know if this is something I should say on the podcast or maybe after. But imagine it was a 2v2, and you got to team up with someone else, but your ranks had to add to a certain number, so it wasn't like unfair.
So you don't get like haste and spur.
Yeah,
like, yep, sweet. We're done.
And they just sweep the money. Like you have to like add to like, I don't know, maybe like 150 or something. At least. So there'll still be like some people where it's like, you're gonna be like pretty good, but it'd make things a bit more level. And I feel like a 2v2 could just add more than just a 1v1, where kind of from the get-go you can tell which person's gonna be kind of strong on it. There could always be like some misses from one of the players or not, and I feel like it'd just be, I don't know, just spice it up a little.
I feel like just doing an OCE Tourney right now probably just means that it's probably just Haste wins unless Silent decides to play.
Can Haste do crazy ass maps?
Yeah, he's good.
So
I know he's top 20, so he's extremely.
Basically, Haste and Spur are very, very similar, except that Haste can do like fast stuff better than Spur can. So I think Spur wins tech, Haste wins speed, and then like mid-speedy stuff is kind of a flip a coin between them.
Yeah.
So I think in a tournament sort of setting, I think Haste probably is slightly advantaged.
Well, I'll just add. Normally some people are not as good in tournaments. I've noticed. I don't think we've ever seen Haste in a tournament besides the last one we had, where he was only he was a lower rank than me. So I think, I don't know, I feel like pressure normally gets to people sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Some people underperform much more than, or people play a lot worse than you think they will.
I'm scrolling up to the top 8 matchups, and it was Epic Moo, Sensith, Purple and Haste in losers, and then Creeper, Silent, Ultra V, Chicken in top 4. So 3 of those top 4 in winners probably wouldn't join, which is like not a problem because I would sort of want new players to come and have their moment, show off how sick they are, and then we can all see like the passion in like on the Sunday where it's like, okay, here we go. So yeah, I just think that'd be sick, and I would love to see if anyone's interested. If you're like a top 20 player, DM me, say hey, I'm interested in late December-ish, and then we'll see what we can do. Any other ideas for map pools? Like, because last time I went a bit crazy, so I would turn it down. I don't know how much though, because I like to think of it as if the tournament was mostly, or if there was too many maps where people just got 98s, like that's a failure to me. Like, what are we doing? Good players deserve their moment, but it's like, come on, man. Like, I want to watch some crazy combo where someone's gonna miss. I want to see some bloody misses.
Yeah, from trying to do the stuff for like the qualifiers for the World Cup team, it's so hard to find maps because you got to try and find something that's not too easy because you don't want it to just be a foregone conclusion that the best act player wins. But it's also got to be a map that you can actually play and isn't going to just instantly destroy your stamina. And yeah, I don't envy the people that do pooling for tournaments.
Yeah, it's well, the thing is, you look at a spreadsheet and you structure the pools, and you get 2 speed tech, you get 2 crazy tech, and then you get 2 like balanced mid-speedy maps, but still, with some hard stuff for like the finals. And I like that structure a lot. Maybe 1 super speed map, like just 2 speed maps, 1 speed tech, 2 tech, and then it's like a real tough pool. And then I would sort of expect that to be the baseline, and then we work from there. So it's all about structure. And then you just go, okay, let's not kill the players. And then every map, every pool, because you want every round to be thrilling from a viewing perspective, and also just stressful from a player perspective. Because if you're a really good player, okay, play this hard map right now and don't fuck up. If I fuck up and I lose. And then if somebody has the best performance of their life and freaks it and FC's a really hard part, then they deserve to win the tournament. And it's like, or the match. And I just want that to be like the ethos for an OCE event, where if you can 98.5 8-star, I don't give a fuck. Play the actual game.
You just need to do the like hidden Sabers style pools. Back when they had like your original map of bye in there, and stuff like, what is it? Rebuilding of Paradise Lost by Mitchell, things like that.
I see.
Just complete maps that aren't like super stamina heavy, but are just like absurd, stupid stuff.
We're a pretty small community, so I feel like we can get away with pushing it a bit and being a bit silly, because it's like, if we're super serious, then okay, the best player wins. Whatever. I want to see a memorable day where it's like, okay, well, something unexpected happened. Or
got to see like an upset.
Yeah, they really had to work for the win, because then it makes that championship name for every year. If I look back, it's like, damn, they earned that shit. Like, you guys weren't there 2019. Crimson AU was like a sick cunt, and he was better than everyone. But like, those maps sucked. Happy Song was in the pool. We just I would love to find the old map pools. I don't know if I can find them.
Was that V1 or V2 of Happy
V2.
Song?
Sorry, the rank.
Oh god, no, Joel.
Yeah, that was in the tournament pool. I played against Crimson on Happy Song, and I shit myself. I got like a 78 while he got like a 93, and just kicked my ass. And so
I would rather play a Happy Song V1 than Happy Song V2 in a tournament, if I'm being honest.
I can't pass Happy Song V2.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't think I can pass it.
I had the second highest O score on Happy Song V1 for a while, I think.
Sick. So with my idea for a tournament, like if I'm going to put the time in to run them, which I always do, I just want a little bit of me in there. So I'm like, I just want to put in like the maps that have stood the test of time, in my opinion. So it's like if we have a tournament, there's going to be new maps, of course, and I'll get the input from everyone. But then it's like my heart and soul just needs Milk Crown in there somewhere. Like, come on, guys, what are we doing? This is our chance to do something awesome. Because then, if someone's been playing for years and they're like Chicken, you're a fucking veteran. You could play those maps better than some of the current top players. Maybe not like the tippy top like Spur and Haste, but you would beat someone higher ranked than you on a lot of the older maps, and it's like that's a skill.
I think
I want to reward that.
Having those maps in there, like they were in the World Cup last year. There's they have that classic section for those old maps.
Yeah,
I think that was what, in my opinion, was like the most enjoyable World Cup. Besides the fact that it was like our best team ever, but like getting to play those maps and just like reliving, 2019, 2018. It's just so much fun.
I get it. Getting to see like the scores that you guys could get on every single freeze.
Oh yeah,
that was.
I love that map.
So I'm curious, Speysel, you're more of a newer player who's
new gen,
very very good. No disrespect at all. You're extremely good at the newer stuff. How do you feel about a historical category in an OCE tournament? Is it?
It would be interesting. I think the OCE tournament I played in, you had I think routine in there. That one's old, right?
Yep.
Yeah, playing that one, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? This is like nothing I've ever played. I was like freaking out. I was like, if I have to play this, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And
but like that's history, and it's a beautiful map. And the next one, I want to put old sort maps in there that just really feel solid. And I'll just go through old sort maps. SAUT German mapper.
Oh, who is that? Oh my god, is
that
like?
Have you played Base Drop Freaks?
Have I played what?
Base Drop Freaks, the Score Saber ranked map.
No.
Unlikely.
Okay.
I think Sort stopped mapping like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, 5 years ago, maybe.
I want to see Future Candy in one of those.
Yeah, Future Candy. Oh, so painful, man. I know trauma.
Oh my god, I know none of these.
So these are like old maps where it's just like, hey guys, like if you're a newer player, started playing recently, you just completely missed them, but they had a huge impact on the meta because when something's a very high star. Back in the old days, there was not many maps, so everyone sort of took inspiration from the current, what people were playing, and it'd just be fun to give it a whirl.
Speaking of the old maps, have you seen what the top score on Milk Crown is now?
Oh my god!
I don't want
to. No, you don't. You don't. Want
you
to,
really don't. No.
Alright, time to look this up.
Oh, he's gonna lose it.
It's kind of absurd.
Well, I saw the supplement score. The 97.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
That's also crazy.
You ready to hear it?
Yeah. 3 weeks.
It is a 97.83.
Yeah, it's mad.
That is ridiculous.
That guy, oh my gosh, man, 200 PB gap, rank 1, and it should be higher. Well deserved. What the fuck, bro?
20k.
Yeah, 20k. It's a historic moment.
EP record.
Okay, so I've said a lot. I'll stop. What do you guys think of my ethos? I want to hear all the criticism. This isn't an echo chamber of my ideas. You guys can say that's dog shit. You're an old cunt. Shut up. And I'm like, yep, you're right. You guys know more.
It sounds good. Put shitpost maps in there. It's the only chance I've got. Do it.
Well, you see, Grash, there was a shitpost tournament. I don't know if you two know Grash and Speysel, but it's on my role in OCE server.
No, there was another one that I played in, and I got the nightmare matchup because I think I ended up having to play I think I played Ultra and Epic Moo and Creeper. I think were the people I ended up playing against.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ultra on old maps is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very, very fucked. So that map. So I remember working super hard on those pools.
Should probably call them mini these days, but
mini,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's I spent a lot of time on those shitpost pools, making them just as amazing as I could, and I couldn't do that again. I need someone else with better taste and more, newer experiences to make a whole map pool.
It's easy. It's easy. You just go to Nailgun Jesus, hit random. There you go. There's your map.
Oh yeah, that's right. I could make a Nailgun Jesus tournament like extremely easily. I would blink and the pools would be in front of me.
That would be so good.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if this is bad, but who is Nailgun Jesus?
Oh, that's fine. Have you seen me play those stupid gacha maps where it's like crazy tech? It's just.
I posted one on my YouTube because I got like a crazy score on one of his maps.
Yeah, that was awesome. I request that to like everyone, and they're always like, "Oh my god, chicken! No way, 95 on this shit."
Gangbang Spanking Brothers.
Yeah,
so
you
good.
freaked it, man. GG. Alright, any closing thoughts?
I love the sound of the tournament.
Yeah, because I love running them. They're like it's so exciting. I last time I made like the little promotional videos, get everyone excited. And it's just like, oh, I want to give back. I want to give a gift to everyone in Australia who is playing the game. So it's like, and we've definitely got a new pool of players who I think will put up a good fight. So we'll see where we go.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
We'd love to crown a new champ. Haste and Spur looking like the next gen. And then someone like you, Speecel, those top 4 games, you'll never forget them. Like Chicken, what's some of your moments in like the top 4 matches?
Oh, it's funny you say that. I remember very specifically playing Magical Sanctuary against Epic Moo in the final of one of those matches, and I lost it by like it was like 0.05 or something.
Jeez, torture.
Very close.
Yeah. So like I remember meeting Marv in Sydney, and it's like, man, I remember when you kicked my ass in that tournament, man. Fuck, you got me. Like, oh, it's just like you just never forget those little interactions. And like I remember fighting Shinsu, and he had way better act than me, but then I would FC everything. So there were these maps where it would go really Papego, like this was olden days, 2019, really shitty mapping that just like auto miss. But I just was immune. I just fucking combo it all, and then I beat Shinsu on a few songs. It's like, let's go. All the commentators are like, this fat bean Zupko cannot act for shit. I'm just like, no, shut up. Stop exposing me. Yeah, like so many sick moments. I remember I was really favored in that match too against Shinsu on Chocolate Lily by Rogdu, because it was this like big slider vomit speed to 280 BPM speed, so not really. And I was just like, I can hit this shit, no problem. And then I choked and I completely fumbled and I just missed 40 notes. And like, I was trying my hardest and it was an honest fuck up. I was like, oh no, oh dear. And I want to create those moments for you, Speecel, and other guys who are gaming. And it's like, yes, like let's have a fun day where we all just play. And it's like, you just want to beat that guy, but then also when you lose, it's like, oh, GG, like this is your community. So a lot to say about it. Yeah,
it's a general fun time.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna get in the next tournament, Crash? Are you playing?
Yeah, probably play.
Yeah, you gonna get top 8?
Oh god, no. But I'll give it a crack.
Hey, you can get top 8.
I don't know.
Like I'll, you can work on the pools and make them top 8able for you. I'm fine with that. Let's go.
It'd just be the Satan map, both diffs over and over.
Also, another.
Oh no, I can't do that. No pause.
Did you play Satan after I came over to your house and told you to play Satan, or was that a coincidence?
No, I probably did actually just play Satan and was like, I hate that you're right about this. But yeah, the top 2 diffs of Satan are my top 2 plays now.
Let's go. Just farm Satan. One more thing to note, and then we'll wrap up. Message to OCE mappers for the tournaments. We love using OCE maps. So in the next 5 months, make a cool map for the tournament. I'm going to make some too. I'm going to try and make some cool ones for the tournament. And then every pool will have at least one Aussie map. And that's fucking sick. So let's Go for that.
We do have an OCE mapper mapping some extreme tech type of map. We got Ryan, if you know him.
No.
He in the 600 IQ mapping stuff. He's posted a whip so far. I've tested the previous versions. It's a lot of fun. It is very hard.
Yeah, it's very hard, and all of the diffs feel not that different, honestly. So.
All right.
But,
Well,
It is just. It's like HAL almost.
Yeah,
okay.
it's definitely got some patterns in it.
So we're gonna see that in grand finals.
That'd be interesting. That'd actually be kind of fun.
That would be a definite possibility for sure.
Well, shout out to Ryan. Keep it up. Polish it up, and then maybe that first weekend of December, we'll announce some sort of tournament, and we'll get the team together. Yeah. So it'll be like World Cup. Everyone has a break, and come back for December holidays. Oh yeah. That's it, guys. I guess we can wrap up. We're out of time. Thank you for joining, having a cheeky chat. I'm so sorry about losing the 7 minutes we recorded beforehand.
That's so good.
Terrible.
That's so good. These things happen.
But I think we covered pretty much everything we said. All right, so thanks for listening as well. Any Aussies or New Zealanders, Kiwis? That's it. Goodbye.
Anyway.
Cheers.
See ya.
So.